So guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. My name is Evelyn, and comment and share with your friends and become a blessing to someone else. Here we learn about everything about wifing, and today I want us to learn how to be a wise wives, in that we take advantage of the market when it is flooding. For example, we have the farm produce, and sometimes we have an item that is flooding the market for a few weeks. Then after that it becomes scarce in the market until the next harvesting season. And so I want us to learn how to take advantage of any item that is flooding the market at any given period, and store it so that we can have it in stock in our kitchens for the period that it shall be scarce until it floods the market again, and then we can take advantage of it. And in that way we are being good house managers, or we are being responsible with kingdom resources and not having to dig deeper just to buy foodstuffs which we would have avoided. And having said that, today I want us to learn how to store carrots for even up to 6 months. And so if we can store them for 6 months, it means even at any period when they will be scarce in the market, we will still be having them in stock. And before they get over, we finish our stock, they are again flooding the market, then we take advantage of it. So there is no given point we will have to dig deeper into our pockets to buy something that is maybe scarce in the market at that particular time, yet we had the opportunity to store it. And so I want us to get started. And the first thing is to wash them thoroughly with running water. So make sure they are super clean. You can see this one, super clean. And then I've washed this working top out, so we shall be using this one for purposes of today. And yes, so we continue with the washing. So we are done cleaning them, we are done washing them, and the next step is to peel them. And here is my peeler. By the way, this thing works magic for me. If you can get one, it really helps to save time. And so let's get going. This is how we do it. This one, the peeler really helps me to save on time because it's a bit faster, and it doesn't need much, it doesn't require much of your energy. It's just easy to use. You see? Very fast. It's usually very fast. And so we repeat the same process. If you can manage to secure this one, it really works wonders. And so I'm done with the peeler. Here is the peels. Here is the peels. And I now pick my knife so that I can remove the edges. We are done peeling and removing the unwanted parts. And so at this point, we pick our chopping board, and we begin to cut the sizes, and our knife, we begin to cut the sizes into our required sizes. Now, when I talk of required sizes, please cut them into sizes which work for you when you are cooking, so that when you store them, you do not have to pick them from the fridge or from the freezer when they are damp cold. When they are very cold and then you start slicing them at that moment, then they are making your hands numb. You don't have to do that, so we cut them to our required sizes at this point before we store them. So let's get going. For me, I like the circular shapes. So if you like the squared shapes, please cut them as it is convenient for you. For me, I love them this way. And so here we have our cut, sliced carrots, and from here I will boil them for 2 minutes, then I remove them and then cool them down, and let's see what happens. Then, so at this point, we put I put salt into the water, so that I boil them with salt, because as you know, salt is a preservative. So our 2 minutes are over, and therefore we have our carrots ready. So you can see. So we drain the water off. We drain the water. We drain off the water. And after draining the water, we put cold water. Now, at this point, we put cold water because we want to stop the cooking. So, if you want to fasten the process of cooling the carrots, you put ice cubes in the water. Like you add cold water, then you put ice cubes on it. It fastens the cooling process. And you are supposed to cool them off until they are completely, like there's no warmth in them, so that you are sure if they will not continue cooking. And now for our carrots, they are completely cooled down, and so let's move to the next step. You can see at least the color is different from when they were. I left one, there is one I didn't, yeah, I left this one uncooked, so you can tell the color is different from when they were not put into the water. The fastest way to drain the water, you put them in a sieve, like this, yeah. Like this, you're able to remove the water more faster. When you put them here, you are able to remove the water more faster and save on time. Now, yes. Now, let's have our tray. We are done with the knife. Now we are back to the tray, and with the tray, I want to put them in the freezer for a little, for like 1 to 2 hours, so that I can first freeze them individually, so that when I package them in freezing bags or in storage bags, they don't form a big block. And so to avoid that, you spread them and you dry them first. Let's see. So you can use a kitchen roll. If you have a kitchen roll, the better. But for me, I have a clean kitchen towel. This one I don't hold the sufuria with. This one is purely for wiping utensils or such works. And the reason I settled for this one is because it does not leave threads or some wool or some stuff. It doesn't leave anything on our product, or even on utensils when I wipe with it. So that's why I like using this material. And so what we do is that we dry them completely, because as you know, water and storage, they are not good friends. So if you have kitchen towel, the better. You can use a kitchen roll. I mean, if you have a kitchen roll, you can use it. But if you don't have, utilize what you have, but make sure the cloth that you're using is super clean, so that you don't contaminate, because remember, this is food, so that you don't contaminate it. So let's go. The work is just to dry them up, because water is not a friend of storage. Water is an enemy when it comes to storage. And yeah, you can see now they are dry. You can see now they are not pouring water. At least now you can see. Yeah, at least now they are dry. So we store them for 2 hours. We put them in the freezer like this, spread like this for 2 hours. Then they will be a bit frozen one by one. Then we package them now into our storage bags, so that they don't form a big block. And therefore, this is now what we put in the freezer. So our carrots are ready. They are frozen individually, and so they are ready for packaging and storage. And you can see they are stuck on the walls of the nini. And so yeah, they are stuck. Then the next step is to pack them on a storage bag. And yeah, this is our bags. It has a place for dates and content. So I have already written the dates for today. Today is 20th of February 2023, and I have written the contents, carrots. And so we are going to package them. And the reason we write the dates and the content is so that we can remove, when we are using them, we can be removing the ones that we put into the freezer first, like using the FIFA method, first in, first out, because so that you don't have some content staying in the freezer for a whole year, while others are staying for 1 or 2 months because you are picking anyhowly. We indicate the dates, so that when we are removing them, we check the dates, so that the earlier dates is what we pick first. The ones or the content that was stored the earliest is what we pick first. That is the purpose for the dates and the contents, then to know what is inside that. So let's get going. And As I said, my hands are clean, so I will just use them to pack the carrots. And yes, there we go. There we go. So here we have our carrots. And one more thing, before we close the storage bag, we remove all the air, the possible air that we can remove from the paper or from the storage bag before we close. So yeah, we try to remove the excess air, so that, and the purpose for which we are removing the excess air is so that we can save on space. So you can see now, this way we can now use a little less space, other than when we package it full of air and then it has to occupy a lot of space. Especially if you have a challenge of space. Like for me, I'm using the freezer inside my fridge and it is small, so I have to maximize on space, and that's why I'm careful to remove the excess air so that I can use the minimal space for the items for me to be able to store more items. And with that, we are good to go. I will just put this inside the freezer and I'll be good to go. Whenever I want to use it, I just pick it out, I remove the amount that I want to use, and I return the rest into the freezer, and that way it can stay for even up to 6 months. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and please comment down there, let me know if you have enjoyed it. Go try it out and let me know whether it has worked for you. And for today, I think we are done. May the Lord bless you so much, and have yourselves a nice evening. Shalom. God bless you.